fellow Americans, bad news. Spring in 2026 has been a disaster. The weather, at least where I live, has just been mostly winter part 2 and sometimes 90-degree summer days. Like 90-degree summer day and then like snow and hail. It's horrible. You're cold in the morning. You're too hot in the afternoon. And I was looking online, like I want to play some video games to just get my head off of the world of 2026 and to break out of this spring funk. So anyway, I found some games that I think capture the spring feeling that I'm looking for. And they like pack a punch too a little bit. I had never heard a lot of these games. I played a lot of these games fresh. So hopefully there'll be some new suggestions on there. And if you make it to the end of the video, in addition to getting a chance to win $1 million, my partner Betty is gonna unveil some cheese that they made in the dead of winter. So we're gonna welcome, because it's a cooking channel. This is a cooking channel, it's a video game cooking channel, and it's totally gonna work. So here are however many games I'm gonna talk about spring that will bring you into the spring mood. So here we go. All right, so the first, I don't have like official themes. I was gonna do like categories, like really organized, but instead I just have some very broad themes. So the first very broad theme is darkness to light. Kind of like, it goes from winter to spring to summer. It's so beautiful. This game, onto the theme, is called The Saboteur. And apparently this is a 2009 game, but it's been released over and over again on different systems. So you know it's good. And you can buy it today. It's only like $1.99. I paid like nothing for this game. So The Saboteur is an Assassin's Creed Grand Theft Auto style game. So you cause lots and lots of destruction like in Grand Theft Auto, but you sneak around a little like Assassin's Creed. And what do you do in this game? Well, you don't fight police officers. You don't fight whoever you fight in Assassin's Creed. I honestly, I've played 3 of them and I have no idea what's going on in those games. Do love it though. No, in this game, you fight Nazis. Don't you want to blow up Nazis? Doesn't that sound so great? So in this game, it takes place in France that's occupied by the Nazis in World War II. And you sneak around just blowing up Nazis. You blow up their houses, you blow up their tanks, anything you want to do, you can do it to a Nazi. Well, okay. In range, okay, in 2009. But yeah, and as this game starts out, it fits the theme so well because it starts out black and white and gray, and as you blow up Nazis, color returns to France. So it literally, as you blow up Nazis, it feels so good because as you destroy them, which feels good, right? Killing Nazis, the world gets better and you can feel it. You can see it when it bursts into color. It's really great. I've had such a good time playing this game. So Saboteur, if you've never played it, then this is a treat. It's really cheap. I bet you it's like $1.99 online right now. And if you have played it, talk about it more. It feels like there's same 6 games constantly being recommended, and I think this is good enough to be one of those games. All right, and then the next theme I had was called FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out. And I bet you some people are feeling FOMO because they don't have a Switch 2 yet, and that's okay. It's pretty expensive, and that means you're missing out on playing Pokopia, which unfortunately, if you're a Nintendo fan, you probably want to be playing that. However, it's probably about $20 often, or sometimes $30 on Steam. It's called Dragon Quest Builders 2. And listen, this probably you're like, that doesn't sound like my thing. It actually might be. It's by the same creators of Poketopia. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. I have no idea. But it's like the other one. You live in a post-apocalyptic world. What's cool is it takes place after a game called Dragon Quest II. It's like post-apocalypse Dragon Quest II. And it's fine if you never played Dragon Quest II. Dragon Quest II was an NES game in the 80s. None of us have played Dragon Quest II. It's fine. So Dragon Quest builders, they drop you in an area, and you have to do different things to build up the area. There is a very light battle mechanic to it. It's way less hard than Stardew Valley. So anyway, this builds the exact same. This one is a little more on the rails story at first. While Pokemon, you can kind of veer off the story and just kind of start building. This one is going to want you to get through the story. Honestly, though, the Pokemon game doesn't really open up till you finish the story either, so it's really not that big of a difference. So once you finish it, pretty much the tutorial, you can build just as cool things as you can build in the Pokemon one. And Dragon Quest II Builders already has like an established community, and they're all really, really nice. And they would love it if you were playing their game rather than Pokemon. So if you're missing out, it's not the same thing. I know, it doesn't scratch quite the same itch, but Dragon Quest Builders is probably worth it for like the 20 or 30. It's like a 2019 game, so it runs pretty well on most computer systems. And if you have an original Switch, it's on the original Switch. I look up to see how well it runs, though, right? Sometimes Switch games don't run really well, and I don't know if Dragon Quest II is one of those. But Dragon Quest II Builders is a FOMO recommendation.
Had a man, but I let him go.
And then the last theme, there was other ideas for themes, but who cares at this point? It was spring vibes. I know, what a descriptive category that was. It turned into nostalgic spring vibes. It turned in very specifically to what my nostalgic spring vibes are. So these are games that make me nostalgic for when I was a kid in spring. So a game that makes me nostalgic is A Bug's Life for the Nintendo 64. Now, it's a 3D platformer. I remember it being really good. Hear me out. I remember this game being really good. It looks a little different than I remember looking at this gameplay, but I think it's probably just as good. And is it Banjo-Kazooie or Mario 64? No, it's not. But like, Bug's Life also isn't Toy Story or Toy Story 2 or The Incredibles or the other Pixar movies of the day, right? Like, it's a Bug's Life game. It is what it is. But it made me playing this, even just watching the video footage of this, maybe just remember Bug's Life. And I like Bug's Life. I remember enjoying Bug's Life as a kid, and I remember renting this game from Blockbuster and never getting past the city level. So I'm going to get past that city level. And the last game on this list, and I'm saving it for the last, because this is a really bad recommendation. I'm sorry, but this is the game that makes me think of spring, and I want to talk about it. It's called Super Troll Island. It was a Super Nintendo game in which you play a side-scroller platformer, but as you move, your little troll moves through the world. Yeah, look at them, right? I don't remember them being this freaky. To be fair, in my mind, they did not look like this. I am very surprised to see this is what they look like. So anyway, as you move through the world, you return color to it. And it looks a lot more slippery than I remembered it being. But anyway, this game was given to me as a gift on Easter. This is the only video game I've ever gotten as a gift on Easter. It's the only Easter gift I can ever remember getting. I know I probably got like eggs and stuff, but it was my grandparents brought it, and we played it, and it gave us all really insane troll nightmares. And then the next year when they came to visit, we put the game on again. So we're like, hey, remember this? And they were like offended by the game. They were like, you shouldn't play this game. This game seems evil. And I was like, but you gave us the game. And they had no memory of it, which means either they were old or Super Troll Island is haunted, right? It's the only explanation. So anyway, you should play Super Troll Island. If you made it this far in the video, you should play Super Troll Island and let me know how it is, because I don't want to play it again. It doesn't look as good as I remember, and I don't want to soil my memories, but you should play it. Anyway, now it's time to move on to the best part of the program, and we only reward the best viewers who get to this part of the program, okay? Which means you should subscribe because you're our favorite. We're going to talk about cooking, because this is a cooking channel. We have Betty come on. Betty is my favorite person in the world, and Betty made cheese. And Betty's cheese, she keeps it, I'll show you. She keeps it in a wine cooler that she calls the cheese cave, which is just insanity. And yeah, she puts the cheese in the cheese cave for like months. They go to like cheese prison. And then what she does is she opens it and like sniffs and tastes it. And if the cheese is good enough, by whatever metric the cheese is, God only knows. But whatever the metric is, if it's good, it gets to go in the fridge. If it's not ready, like it doesn't pass. Chase!
We lost a microphone, so this is how we're sharing.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. It happens for the best of them. So what are we doing today?
We're opening up a cheese I made in January.
Betty made it in January, in case the mic wasn't lined up when they were talking, because it's hard. All right, so now they're cutting the bag. This stays zip sealed in a bookshelf underneath
it's
our...
in a wine cooler. I used to only have a fridge, so it was kind of aging in the fridge. But now I put it in the wine cooler, and it's aging in the wine cooler for only about a month. So you're supposed to age it up to 2+ months. So I made it in January, and it's now nearing the end of April. So I think I'm okay. Let's try this sniff test.
This part makes me nervous. I don't love the sniff tests.
Do you want to smell it?
Okay, I'll smell it. I'm like a little freaked out of some.
There's
It's like what?
There's like some moisture in the bag, which isn't bad. But yeah, you should smell it. I'll get a paper towel.
It smells like cheese. It smells, yeah. Yeah, I guess it smells like cheese. I don't really smell a lot of cheese, so it's kind of overpowering. Not like it's like bad, but it's just like a little overpowering.
Oh, that's interesting. The bag had like some moisture in it, but the cheese itself is pretty dry. Yeah. There's like some little crystals starting to form, so I bet if I let it go longer, it'll form even better. See?
Why are there crystals on it?
I don't know if that's crystals or if it is a little mold. Mold is normal on cheese.
We can't eat it if there's mold on it, right?
No, I don't think they're mold. I think they're little crystals starting to form, which is what you want in cheese. And it does happen a lot on my cheeses, so yeah. See? I don't know if you even care, but I'm going to cut it.
How, do you, think about, this is a question I wonder about sometimes, when you make a cheese in the end of January, or beginning of January, are you just, thinking about it all the time?
Well, yeah. Because you got to, flip it, every day for a while, and then you got to flip it once a week, and yeah. And then before I got my little cheese cave, I was like, is it going to age right? So, I don't know. See?
Cool.
Yeah. It has, some holes in it, and when you look at the holes, apparently you want to make sure they're not, bubble holes, because that means it could be, that means it could... have bad bacteria in it, like a gassy bacteria that would make it unsafe to eat. But these holes have little bumps and ridges and stuff on them, so they're mechanical holes, meaning when I press the curds.
Wow, it's weird to can I hold it? It's weird to hold just this heavy block of cheese. That's homemade. That is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How does in cartoons, you know how they always take a bite out of it? Could I take a bite out of it like that? It feels like it'd be too hard.
I'd rather you not. Let's just taste a little bit of it. I want to age half of it.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like a cartoon bited cheese. You know, you'll see him go crunch.
Cheese.
Is that what you were hoping it was going to look like?
I want to re-age this half, depending on how it tastes.
That poor one has to just go back into the basement.
Yeah, it might.
We don't have a basement.
Sometimes cheeses are better when they age longer, and sometimes I make a bad cheese and it's just bad.
Tastes like cheese.
Tastes like a cheddar.
Wait, so not... What am I eating?
So I think I'm ready to start doing different types.
What am I eating? Hang on, I feel like I asked a very...
It's a tome, and a tome is just a very basic...
Is tome cheddar?
No. So it doesn't go through the cheddaring process.
So should we be worried if it tastes like cheddar?
No, it doesn't really taste...
Always very concerned I'm going to get poisoned by
it doesn't have the sharpness of cheddar.
Okay. Okay, tell me what you're... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Tell me what you're going to move on to.
Oh. I was going to say, tome is just a basic... almost you think of vanilla cake. Tome, if I'm saying it right, maybe it's Tommy, I don't know. But if you can make it, right? So just a vanilla, but you're supposed to add flavors and herbs and infuse it and rub the outside of it with an infused garlic, so it adds a lot of flavor to it. Because right now it's good, the texture is good. I do want to age half of it, but the texture is good. I just want to okay, you're bored.
No, listen, it's great.
I want to add more flavor. That's it. But it's a good cheese.
All right, well, I don't know how the audio is going to turn out on this. I don't know if this is a great idea. So if the audio is crap, I apologize, but thanks for making it to the end. And we'll see you next. Do you have another cheese we're gonna open next week? Or?
Nah.
All right.
Not for another month or two.
Well, we'll see you back in a month.